Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jason and today we are unboxing the 7th Avenue couch. I finally bought my first couch. Previously I did own a different couch. I had an article couch right here and I didn't like it so much, so I threw that out before the move and I decided to get a cloud couch. If you don't know what cloud couches are, they're just very like sink in, very comfortable lounging couches. Companies like RH created some of these called cloud couches. Nowadays there are a lot of dupes. One of them is 7th Avenue, which I believe is very high quality and they use down alternative, so no one's hurt. There are other companies like Cozy creates this form of modular couches, but there's also Lovesac that has similar couches. At the end of the day, we found that 7th Avenue is the most comfortable. Just sitting it, how deep it is, and maybe in a future video, I'll go over why I bought this couch. But for this video, let's go forward with the unboxing. Oh, before I continue, I just want to say that this video is not sponsored in any way by 7th Avenue or any other company. This is purchased my own money and I am just unboxing it because I found that I liked this couch when I tested it out. But 7th Avenue, if you are watching this, well, anyways, let's go. Alright, I know I said I might do a separate video on why I like this couch, but since this unboxing video is already running a little long, I figured I'd just give a mini review while you watch me struggle with these boxes. Setup wasn't actually too bad for one person. A lot of the pieces were pretty heavy, but pretty doable. If you ever tackled an IKEA furniture, you know what's up. The only reason why I could do this solo is the modularity. The seats, armrests, and backrest all came separately and just clicked perfectly together. Why does this look so like beat up? Because it's modular though, the shipment came in a ton of boxes. They warned me they might arrive on different days, but luckily they all showed up at once, so I knocked it out in all one go. The best part was that I was able to start small and build up. My partner and I just needed a love seat for now. We thought about ottoman, but in a New York apartment like mine, every square inch is a battle. In the future, if you move to a bigger spot, we don't have to buy a new couch, we just need to add new pieces, buy more pieces, and make it a sectional. Plus, if you ever get tired of this ivory white color, we can just buy new covers in green or gray instead of replacing the whole thing. Wait a second. This is not the color I got. What the I unpacked like half of my items already and I'm just realizing this is the wrong color. This is like a chocolate, like beige, dark brown color. I got ivory white. Oh wait, is this the inside? And I'm confused. What is this? You know what? Trust the process. I got an ivory white color, which should look like this, and this is my first time I ever ordered a couch, so maybe I just don't know how this works yet, so I'll keep unboxing. Give me 1 second. Oh, thank God. Okay. Ivory white. Woo! I guess I'm just a dumb. Enjoy the rest of the unpacking. At this point, I am just about halfway or 3/4 done with unboxing. Literally taking the boxes off each modular piece. At this point, I think I did find some folder. Let me go find it after this. They gave us a folder with a bunch of information inside. After looking through all the random papers, the most important thing was this QR code. This QR code led to a YouTube video which contains so much information and so helpful. I don't know about you, but I found this so cool. They fit an entire pillow, stuffed, vacuum sealed, in a section of the backrest. And this is a throw pillow. Sorry. And if you thought that was cool, wait till you see this. This is one of my seats, and I did get the upgrade for storage seats under my love seat, and they stuffed the entire
seat cushion in here, plus more. I don't know how I did this, but there's so much in here. I had to kick it out, literally. If you ever lived in New York before, you know storage is very crucial, very hard to find. And look at how much space there is in this love seat singular couch. There's 2 of these, and boy will we be using these storages. Okay, this is a lot of screws that you put on, so let me put that real quick. And maybe these as well. Yep, there we go. Moving on. So how do we even get here? This couch was definitely not our first choice. We got into a deep rabbit hole about furniture. Started with cozy because the price point was very tempting and they had a showroom in New York City. But once we saw them in person, we wanted something a bit more, I don't know, something was missing. Then Reddit did what Reddit does best. They recommended a company called 7th Avenue. I was kind of skeptical at first. I also checked out the original cloud couch at RH Restoration Hardware. But I didn't really want a couch that looked like a deflated pancake after 2 months of just sitting on it. And then there was Lovesac. I actually stumbled into the showroom in Manhattan while just walking around, but for me and my partner, the tiebreaker was the cat. We were just about to adopt, and we needed something that wouldn't be shredded in a week. After visiting the 7th Avenue showroom, we were sold. It was nearly 3 times the price of Cozy though, which made us sweat a little bit, but we figured if it's our forever couch, the investment makes sense. Now, let's talk about the cat. We ended up with the British short-haired gray tabby cat, and we have a white or ivory couch. Brave, right? But the performance velvet is actually magical. She scratches at it, she zooms over, and there's literally 0 marks. The weave is so tight, her claws don't really get a grip. Also, surprisingly, the white fabric doesn't grab the gray fur. Speaking of color though, stains, yeah, that's probably a problem, right? But when we went in the store, they already showed us, they literally poured Coke over the white color, wiped it right off immediately afterwards. We already had some of our own mishaps, like True and some other drinks. Most of the time we just used a wet towel, some light dabbing, and it took it right out. I did find out online though, if you do have to wash the covers, you have to be careful. Cold wash only, and do not put them in the dryer on heat, or else it might shrink. You basically have to air dry them, which means your couch will be like naked for a day, but hey, at least they're washable, right? This is kind of like one of those moments, things I wish I would have known before I was 30. Modular white velvet couches. Apparently they're stain proof and cat proof, and you can wash them. Like what? Yeah, if you're wondering about comfort, it is firm, but it's also very plush. If you like the sink in and never get out feeling from a feather couch, this is a bit different. It's a memory foam, so it supports you, but it still feels very soft. The coolest part is that 7th Avenue actually sent us extra stuffing for free so we can make it firmer. I believe if we wanted more, they'll keep sending us, so if it ever does feel like it's becoming saggy, then we'll ask for more. But a month in, and even with my heavy duty lounging, cause you know, Sundays, right? The cushions haven't sagged at all. It still looks pretty crisp.
I think it's matcha time. Oh yeah. Thanks, Smiskies.
You're welcome. Glad I can help.
Oh, and another thing you should have learned when before you're 30 is storage. Storage space in New York City is really hard to come by. A lot of places that we toured barely had even any storages in the closets. So one thing I was really glad for was the purchase of the storage underneath these modular couches. You're pretty much paying this space tax in New York City, so having a hidden space for all our winter throws and extra pillows is pretty clutch. It keeps the living room looking minimalist while hiding all my clutter underneath. Alright. I think we went and talked about enough of the happy, good stuff, right? What's not good about it? It's not all sunshine and rainbows. My biggest issue with this is the attachment points. It's modular, so I kind of expected them to have some kind of technology or solution that makes them stick together, but as you can see here, there's only one connector per side, and the pieces don't really stay 100% locked. If you plop down too hard, they shift. You get this tiny little gap in the middle. I've seen people on Reddit say they use heavy-duty zip ties or non-slip rug pads under the legs to fix it, which may not be so feasible for me because I have a rug underneath, but it's just such a small annoying thing for such an expensive couch.
I bought the love seat couch, but because I went in store, I also got a free lumbar pillow. As part of my purchase, I did get a lumbar pillow and 2 free throw pillows. All of them that have the same exact color as my ivory white modular couch. This is a result of my modular cloud couch. If you guys can't tell, I am super excited to test this out and give it a ride for the next year or so, or maybe longer. Hopefully, this will last me 10 years and come in. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more. Bye-bye.